course, the Festival of Light, the lighting of the ceremonial lamp. And it's not just a ritual. It is a powerful symbol of energy, a symbol of new beginnings, and today it marks the official start of our journey to the ICC Women's Cricket World Cup 2025. So please help me welcoming them as they illuminate the path to what promises to be a fantastic World Cup. Indian captain Harmanpreet Kaur also join us in lighting the lamp to illuminate the path to what now marks 50 days to the ICC Women's World Cup 2025. Please also welcome Smriti Mandana, Jemimah Rodriguez, iconic three Indian cricketers who will be carrying our hopes and dreams in this home World Cup. Standing here, Harman, if I could request you to come here when our Indian captain does join us. This is a special picture, ladies and gentlemen. This moment marks 50 days to the ICC Women's Cricket World Cup in India 2025, a moment to be cherished with some iconic people. And now let's get our beautiful smiles for this moment. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, for this picture. Well and truly appreciated. Thank you. Go ahead. Play with your brothers. You grew up like that. The evolution of Indian women cricket in particular, how do you view it now, Smriti?
Yeah, it's massive. I mean, all of us have pretty much the same story that we started playing with our brothers, and father also used to play cricket for the very long time. That was the main story. But when I see people around, especially where I come from Sangli, which is not the biggest cities in India, but I see a lot of parents getting their daughters, and they have a clear plan that I want this my girl to play for India or WPL or all of that sort. So yeah, I mean the amount of girls playing cricket at this moment is massive, and it's a lot to do with how the last 8 years have panned out, and the moves which BCC has done in recent times, and the WPL. I mean, all of those things together. I mean, it's just been a massive thing, and we're just fortunate that we are part of something, and we are part of a movement for women's cricket, which we all feel really happy and proud about.
I think you said it beautifully because, you know, Mitali 2017, that World Cup final, these girls also, that was a pivotal moment for what it meant to be an Indian woman cricketer, and all of you had impacts, you had personal moments in that. Your main World Cup century as well. What are your memories from that against West Indies at Taunton? Your memories from that moment to score in a World Cup, to have the kind of run that you did in 2017?
Yeah, I mean, we all remember that World Cup. I mean, not only my innings, but we remember each other's innings as well, because that World Cup was special in a lot of ways for the whole team. And more than the 100, I think I remember the first match against England. where I scored some runs, and that was very important in terms of coming back after injury. I was very nervous, and to get the start which we did, I mean that was really nice. But apart from personal ones, all I remember and all we all remember from that World Cup is the way we all were as a team and the kind of welcome we got back and the things which changed post the World Cup. So I mean, to witness 177, 171 was just, I mean, we all were very emotional to see the way everyone just came together at different times and performed.
But you also, you women in an ODI that have the team score 435. I mean, 435. Wonder if it could be done. First India to 10 ODI centuries. You're just racking it up. Do you think about it consciously? Do you just let it happen? Has there been something in your game plan that has changed to ensure that those runs continue to come and it converts into milestones?
I think more than the mindset, the work ethics have changed quite a lot in the last 2 or 3 odd years, I would say. And because of that, there's a lot of calmness around how I want to go about my cricket. So that's one thing which has changed massively. What happens on the field is a very secondary thing. Our primary job is to do the job, and not only for me. I think the whole team is heading into that direction, that we know where we actually have to work hard. So we all are pretty clear with those sort of things, and that kind of gets a lot of calmness as a player in terms that I know I have put in the hard work, I've put in that extra work behind, and when I go out on field now it's just about reacting. So yeah, I mean that calmness only comes with the way you work. So I would say that in last 1.5 odd years, that's been a massive change for me personally and also within the team. I feel that for us to think as a team is something which we are not really thinking, because whenever we have done well in terms of performances, everything else has taken care by itself.
Yeah.
So for us as a team is what we are just preparing really, really well. We've had few preparations camp. We had an amazing England tour. We have one tour before the World Cups, and that's, to be fair, that's the only thing which we are thinking, because as Indian team we all know our fans and we know that how well they come to support us, and which I'm very confident that they are going to do that in this World Cup as well. So for us as a team, it's only doing the best what we can do for the fans and not thinking anything instead of in terms of numbers, because I just feel that whenever we do that well, the numbers and everything takes care of by itself.
Absolutely, the numbers.
If that I can do well in a particular place or in any situation, I want to be ready for it. So I think that, like Smriti said, I can completely relate to it. Even for me, a lot has changed with my preparation. A lot has changed with my mindset. And I am someone who I want to have a lot of confidence coming from my preparation and practice, which helps me out there. And I want to be ready for anything on the field. So I think that gives me a lot of clarity.
What are your emotions ahead of a home World Cup, the first one?
When they played the finals at Lord's, I was 16 and a half at that time. Mumbai Cricket Association had told all the members over there, the under-19 girls, to go and felicitate our girls at the airport and receive them, because they were expecting no one to come, and they were like, okay, the women's team has done so well, it's our responsibility. And I remember at 5:30 a.m. we were at the Mumbai airport. I was having an India flag ready to welcome our team coming from England, and I so remember that all these people, they were very tired and at the same time disappointed.
Names with these names, Jamie's name, the crowd just reverberates with that. How much do you believe that will impact your own performance in a home World Cup?
I think, as I mentioned earlier, that one thing which really worked for me or worked for our team, that is enjoying our cricket. I know fans are there to support us. I think that really helps when things are not going in your way. When you enter the ground and you see the ground, you automatically feel motivated to do well for them and for your country. I think apart from that, there is no pressure. We just want to go there and enjoy.
Yeah, there's no hiding, Jamie? Once you walk out to any of these stadiums, everyone knows you, knows your business, and wants to see the best out of you.
Yeah, 100%. For us, it's like wherever we go to play in the world, it always feels like a home game, because somehow, somewhere, our fans always come and support us. And if I could just give you a small example of how our fans have supported us. So we were playing the test match in Mumbai against Australia, and there was a small bunch of people. I think 10 of them called the Bucket Hatters, and they came. And usually we know as Aussies always sledging us, but they came before the test match could start, and just 10 of them was so loud, they kept sledging the Aussies that we didn't have to open our mouths there. And they, from before the game could start till the end, they didn't even stop. So just imagine, that was just 10 of them, but imagine an entire stadium packed, cheering for India, supporting us. I mean, right now I'm feeling motivated, I feel like going and playing right now.
Hang on, you said something very key. I know it's not you. Who's the biggest sledger in the team?
I think we'd like to keep it as a secret. We don't want to give our opponents too much information right now, you know.
A good one. Speaking of opponents, who are you most excited? Who are you most? Yeah, I know you can score against anyone, Smriti, but who are you excited to play against? Who is there like extra doom against when you play a certain opponent? Australia, England. Who's the one that you're most looking forward to?
I think in World Cup it will be everyone, because we'll have to beat everyone to lift this trophy. So
No, I know
okay,
that.
okay.
I'm coming there.
I'm coming there. I think one team for sure, because Australia has been dominating in terms of the world events for the past 10 years. So for us, it's always an extra motivation whenever we play against them. That whenever we have a good game, we defeat them. I mean, it's always a nice feeling.
Australia didn't qualify for the finals of the last T20 World Cup. Do you ever look at those results ever and think, oh, things are a little more even now? Does any of that matter to you as a unit, as a leader?
Yeah, I mean now the every team has improved a lot. Now you don't know which team is going to be there in the top four. So I think that is something which is really good, because earlier we know as Smriti said, they were very dominating. One team was always sure they are going to play the finals, but right now the pool is always open. So it's only about playing good cricket on that particular day and giving your best.
That was your team talk just before you walk out. That was spoken like a proper leader, true captain as well. Let's get a join the young hearts, the young dreamers that will be watching these three compete on what will be the world stage, planting the seeds of passion just the way that we want them. I thank the three of you. After this, I'm going to hand you over to my esteemed colleague Jatin Sapra as well. So thank you so much for joining us. The action is underway. The journey has just begun. 50 days away from the ICC Women's World Cup 2025.
Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. I mean, that knock was something which really special to me and special to entire women cricket. And definitely, after that knock, a lot of things changed personally in my life, and especially in women's cricket also, because that time I didn't realize what happened, because that time I was totally off from social media. But when we came back to India, and even though we lost the World Cup, but the amount of people were waiting for us, they're cheering for us. I think that was something very special, and I think still I remember that inning, and still I get goosebumps. I think that was a very special inning, and really happy that it came from me.
171 against Australia, that too in a World Cup semi-final. It's incredible. This is a fifth one-day World Cup for you, a fifth World Cup. So many lessons. It's your first as captain, that too in India. Is there emotion? Is there pressure? What is the anticipation for you personally building up into this World Cup?
I think same like how I played my first ODI World Cup, that I just want to go there and enjoy my cricket. I think that is something which is more important to me, because that's why I started playing cricket, because I enjoy the sport a lot. But playing in front of home crowd, that is always special, and hopefully this time we'll give our 100% and try to break that barrier which all Indian fans and we all are waiting for it.
There's something about you when it comes to these big world events where you definitely give it more than your 100%. I mean, one of the greatest, big match players sitting right there. I've got another one sitting right here. You average over 50 in Cricket World Cups. It brings out that beast mode in you. What is it about that pressure situation that brings out the best in you, Harman?
I think World Cups are always special and always want to do well for my country. And World Cup's contribution is always people remember, and I think that is something which is very special for me. I just want to keep doing well for my country, and as you mentioned, Yuvi's name because he's been always supporting, and I was actually very nervous when we came here, but the moment I met Yuvi Bhaiya, all the pressure gone because whenever I see him, that always gives me a lot of motivation. And I think the way he performed when we won home World Cup, the kind of performance I always look from me, and hopefully this World Cup try to give my 100%.
It always so much of it comes down.
Well, whenever we play against Australia, that's always challenging because they are very competitive, and you always get to know where you're standing and what are the areas you need to improve as a team. I think right before the World Cup, that series is going to give us a lot of clarity, and hopefully we'll play our best cricket, and I think the same momentum will continue for the ODI World Cup.
Coming into this in England, getting an overseas result, forgetting what happened in 2017, that final, although it was a great World Cup, it meant so much for Indian cricket. Beating some team that has won before, teams that are considered challengers, that in their own backyard, you've come away with performances. Smithy, Jemmy, all of you have come away with individual performances. What is your confidence like right now?
To be honest, very high because the amount of cricket we played in last couple of years, that's really gave us a lot of confidence, and touchwood, the way we are playing from last couple of years, we just want to continue with that, and I think it's all about mindset and fearless cricket we have been playing. A lot of credit goes to BCCI, our sports staff, the amount of training we are doing and efforts we are putting in our training camps, that's finally giving us results, and hopefully this World Cup will be very special for us.
What is your anticipation of playing in a home World Cup? Of course, UPPA has done that recently. The men's team also did that back in November. Playing in a home World Cup, going to so many different venues that you're very comfortable with. What are the stories that you've heard about what it means to play in a home World Cup? Will you take on a different expectation? What will it feel like having your family and friends right in front of you, not just watching you on TV?
Well, I think playing in front of family and fans, that's always special. And as I mentioned earlier, I started playing cricket because I love the support. And again, I know there will be a lot of pressure, but at the same time, I just want to enjoy each and every moment of this World Cup because this is going to be very special for all of us.
And we will enjoy it as well. Thank you, Arman, for sharing those thoughts. Let's try and complete the triumvirate as well.
World Cup always gets those old memories back. And the way the team has been doing in the last 1 year, really, really well in this format, just not in ODIs. I think even the T20 coming off a wonderful series in England, beating England in England is a huge ask, but they have done it. And I can see when they were talking about the confidence and having a home World Cup. Nothing better when the team is really doing well.
Yeah, I mean, the 50 days, I know, again, there's nothing much you can control on the field, but this is a World Cup. An Indian team is representing. What is the feeling when you're a cricketer who's going to be a part of a World Cup? 50 days to go. Is almost every decision that you're taking off the field, on the field, with the World Cup in sight all the time?
First of all, Mithu's talking like a batting. I can see that. Thank you, ICC, Mr. Jaisha, Mr. Gupta, for having me here. I think 50-over World Cup is the World Cup, and it's happening in India, and I think it's everybody should be really excited about it. These moments don't come often in your life, I believe, and I feel it's a great opportunity to create history. But that doesn't mean that from the start go you're thinking of winning it. You have to experience the whole enigma of it. You have to feel that you put in the process, and results will come. So I think lost a couple of finals. We've been there, and it's really important that you enjoy this moment, be in the moment, rather than thinking ahead. And I think it's a great opportunity. Fans We'll go crazy. You know, we were supporting the boys. Now it's time to support the girls.
And something that we've been talking about regularly was that moment when the T20 World Cup was an absolute sellout. 86,000 people watching. The viewership has just been on an upwards trajectory. What has probably been one of the most critical points of this turnaround for women's cricket as well, for this trajectory, and how much of a role do you think the 2017 edition played in that?
It played a huge role. It's already been said what a moment it was for Indian cricket when the women returned from the World Cup, and the way that they were received at the airport just showed how much latent support for women's cricket and cricket in general existed in this country. You know, any major movement is made up of many small moves, and there have been many small moves over, you know, as you said, 50 years of international cricket in India, but more has happened for women's cricket in the last 10 years or so than perhaps had happened in the 40 years prior. Just the outpouring of support, the support that the game has received from the BCCI and the ICC and the larger ecosystem, the support that it has received from stakeholders across the board, whether it's the franchises in WPL, whether it's the commercial partners who've come forth to support it, it's genuinely today positioned for the most massive leap possible. So the upcoming World Cup is possibly that springboard for the next phase of the journey for women's cricket. And at times we are guilty of looking at very small things. We look at numbers, we look at performances on the field, and all of those are important. But there is a larger picture here. The larger picture has to do with what this means for the country. The growth of women's cricket in many ways is a reflection of the country's progress. It normalizes women occupying spaces which were traditionally dominated by men. It normalizes women being outdoors. It also creates an opportunity for men and women both to come out and support Team India, not just the men in blue, but the women in blue. So in every sense, the growth of women's cricket over the last 8 years particularly has brought us to this moment where it's time for women's cricket to take the next leap. And this World Cup is the aperture or the springboard for that next leap.